All right, I'm Spectacular, the Silverstacular. I'm here with Brian Vermillion at his shop, Vermillion Enterprises in Spring Hill, Florida. Hi, Brian. How's it going?
Doing great.
Brian, I want to talk to you about dumb silver today.
Okay.
And if we can think about it, some dumb gold to invest in too.
Okay.
And on my mind, I kind of, think about things like right off the bat, like 40% half dollars.
Sure.
As just my first initial go to of being something that, to me, there's better options out there.
Well, 40% silver and like your war nickels, they're 35% silver. They're not bad ways to go. The reason why they're not as attractive is because you gotta have a ton of it to really have any kind of real, real value. And I mean, it just takes up so much space and it's so heavy. And the other thing is when you go to sell those types of items, most times the dealer is going to have to ship them out to a wholesaler. I mean, that's what we do because we don't have a huge demand for like half dollars and war nickels here in the shop. And I mean, postage is crazy. So it costs us money to actually sell them, if you will. And so dealers like us just, we're not overly aggressive in buying it. We still will buy it. We'll still be competitive, but you'll see the aggressiveness when it comes to buying like 40% war nickels is nowhere near what it is when it comes to like buying 90% silver.
So when we say aggressiveness, does that mean that you're not paying as much?
Yeah, exactly. In the scheme of things, like we're paying $3 to $4 per ounce over on junk 90 right now. You come in and sell us war nickels or 40% half dollars, we're going to be noticeably under spot on those. So it's just not.
You're not trying to scam people. It's just you have to in order to stay in business.
Well, I mean, we have to charge those prices just because one, to be honest, maybe once a month someone comes in and asks me for war nickels.
Really?
I mean that's just the reality of it, right? Whereas 15 people a day are buying and selling junk 90.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
no demand.
It's this comes down to the demand, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's same with the 40%. I mean, once a month somebody will come in and ask for some 40% halves, and we sell that kind of stuff with no premium. I mean, we sell it. You come in, and you ask me for 40% halves, I'll sell it to you for melt. I really just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
If I don't have to ship that stuff out, that's saving me money.
So there are better options out there. Then not every bit of silver, I guess, is equal.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, let's talk about some of these new things coming out. Like I don't know if you've heard about these, the Goldbacks.
I have actually, yeah.
So you have basically it's hard to explain. It's like a piece of plastic with like gold basically spray painted on it. So many nice words.
And what are they, like a milligram of gold or something?
It's got different amounts depending on the denomination on there.
Right.
And you don't want to call it $1 because it's not. That's how you get in trouble. That goes back to the Liberty dollars and.
Right. But some states are accepting them, right? So
yeah,
like
New Hampshire, I think,
Utah,
is one of them. Right.
Yeah.
But as far as that stuff, like let's say that comes into your shop, right?
Right.
And they allege that there's gold on there. You can't really test this stuff. Like, what do you do for that? What would you do as a shop owner?
I mean, I would just base it. We buy them. I've actually bought some before. We just look at kind of like what we can anticipate to resell them for and make an offer based off of that.
Yeah.
And it's not something that we're going crazy over. So you bring some in, yeah, of course we'll buy them, but we're not going to be like aggressive on them like if you brought in gold eagles.
Yeah, gold eagles are no problem.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Okay.
and Goldbacks really aren't a problem. It's just, I mean, they're not liquid, right? To the point where everybody wants them.
Right.
So
it's a new thing for sure.
New thing. I think actually it probably does have some legs. I think people, we talk about this from time to time. The prepping, the preppers are kind of, I don't want to say they're not taking over. I want to say that in the precious metals world, but they're a much larger presence of them that are buying gold and silver right now, right? Those are like perfect prepping items, just like the junk 90. Goldbacks are like right up their alley. So as more and more people get into that mindset, I think skewed items like that are going to have a higher demand, and they'll become more mainstream.
So it's something interesting.
It is.
We'll see what the future holds for that stuff.
It is, and am I a believer in investing in those kind of items? No, I stick with the gold eagles. But at the end of the day, with regards to anything retail, right, it's all about demand.
Yeah. Okay, let me bring this to your attention here. The old jewelry grade stuff.
Yeah.
So you got your jewelry grade, a lot of times gold. It gets put into a bezel, whatever the case may be.
33 gold.
Later it gets popped back out. Maybe it even gets kept in the bezel. And now it's slicked down, it's been worn, it's been rubbed up on people's skin.
Right.
How does that do in your shop?
I mean, it gets sold for a smaller premium than what non-damaged items are.
And you got to pay less for it too.
Yeah, I mean, yes, exactly. There's still a demand for it though, because it's gold, right? So
right.
There's still a little bit of a premium for it. Jewelry grade pre-1933 U.S. gold coins right now actually have a sizable premium. We sold a handful of junk premium jewelry grade $1 gold coins, the old pre-33s. I think we got 120 or 140 a day today for them.
Okay.
What do they melt for, like 80, 90 bucks?
Yeah.
Something like that. So I mean, there's still a good spread on those.
Okay.
But in the past, that wasn't always the case, and in the future, it won't be the case. A lot of that stuff just got melted down, and it went to the refineries. But right now, U.S. gold, whether it's modern or older pre-33 stuff, has a decent premium on it right now. So even the junk, if you will, does well.
Now, a lot of gold that's sold that I see that seems to, in my mind, do well are coins. When you start getting into like bars that are not coins, what's kind of the thought process in that stuff? Because sometimes it can be scary. A lot of that stuff gets faked.
Yeah, a lot of it gets fake. So here we're in Florida. So the reason why I don't like gold bars here in Florida is because when we buy them, we have to write up paperwork that goes to the sheriff's department. We have to hold them for 30 days. It's kind of just a logistical nightmare.
Extra work is what it is.
It is extra work, and we can't sell them for 30 days. So, a lot can happen in the price of gold in 30 days, right?
Sure.
So, I mean, just in the last, 4 or 5 days, gold's gone back up $25.
But after coming down, it's been bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. So it's just not, in Florida bars, gold bars, I don't recommend. Outside of the state, I mean, talk to your local dealer, see what the reporting laws are. Some states have no reporting laws, so you can just buy and sell them as is. And, those are more, they're a better product for those states.
Yeah.
For Florida, coins are exempt from all the reporting laws, so dealers are a lot more aggressive when it comes to dealing with those.
I think it's some really good advice is, different states that you're in might require you to stack differently a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the other thing, and we talked about this before, is, this is why it's so important to, if you can, develop a relationship with your local coin shop. Because, if you're buying stuff, if you're in the state of Florida and you're buying all your product from one online guys like AppMax or MCM, and I love those guys. I'm not saying anything bad about them. They're not gonna. They may not guide you in the way of, okay, well, what's the best for you given where you're located and how you're going to be able to sell these in the future. Because if you buy them from one of the online guys, they're just going to sell them to you like anybody else. But then you're going to want to sell those items, and if you're not going to send them back to AppMax, for example, you're going to sell them to your local coin shop, you might be in for a bit of a surprise on what is expected out of you and required of you by law.
Yeah.
When it comes to selling those certain specific items like bars.
Right on.
And so, I mean, in the state of Florida, when you go to sell a gold bar, we're going to take your driver's license. We're going to get your thumbprint. You're going to sign paperwork. We're going to get your phone number. If you're employed, we have to actually write down the name of your employer. I mean, that's
a real pain, Brian.
That's intrusive, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And this is what people try to get away from when they're holding on to precious metals.
Right.
Is they're trying to get away from Big Brother. They're trying to keep their stuff private.
Right.
And now they got to tell you everything in order to sell it.
I even got to ask you. I can ask your weight.
Jeez.
It's.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not always fun.
The ladies probably really enjoy that.
Yeah.
They think you're joking.
Yeah, it's a lot more intrusive. That's why stick with coins. And I know some guys we do a lot of business with guys that are literally like 100 miles away from a coin shop. So it's kind of hard to for them to deal with their local coin shop. For obvious reasons, just logistically, they're not going to drive 100 miles each way just to visit a coin shop. But if you have a local coin shop, try to do business with them. They're not only are you supporting your local business, but you're building a relationship where you can buy and sell to, rather than buying from one dealer, online guy, and then he's trying to sell to your local guy and then being upset with what he's going to offer you for it.
Sure. Something interesting I just kind of thought of is that you mentioned that people might not have a shop close to them.
And they don't, especially when you get up in the Midwest.
They might have to do business with you across a different state,
right.
And therefore they have to go along with your laws here in Florida,
yes.
Which are, again, kind of intrusive. You're going to be asking people's weight.
Yeah.
If they sell bars and stuff to
we
you.
Literally, if you're, we have to ask place of employment. So we would literally have to write down the name of your employer if you sell us a secondhand good, which is what bars and rounds are. So if you want to avoid all that, buy coins, buy U.S. Constitutional, buy Silver Eagles, buy American Gold Eagles. You buy the bars and rounds, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium, whatever. We got to fill out paperwork when you go to sell that.
That's Florida.
That's Florida.
That's Florida for you.
That's Florida. It kind of is what it is. So, I always say stick with the coins, but, the bars and rounds tend to have smaller premiums, so people enjoy that.
Right on. Thanks a lot, Brian. If anybody wants to see you, there's some information right there, right?
Yep. We're at in Spring Hill, Florida, 5324 Spring Hill Drive. There's our phone number. You can go on our website and you can send us a message through that. We try to respond as fast as we can. It is December 22nd, so we're in the crunch of Christmas right now. And so we may be a little slow responding. Don't freak out. We're still here. We're still alive, and we'll definitely get to you. But yeah, reach out to us. If you ever got questions or want to pick up something, just reach out to us. We're always happy to respond to the best that we can.
Brian, thank you so much.
We appreciate you stopping in.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, hello, everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular.